What's up, guys? It's your boy Sin back at it again. We're gonna face name it a beast to the game. Here with another video upon popular request. I am here with another cut commentary. In this video, it's gonna be a little bit different. I'm not gonna be talking about Call of Duty or anything to do with myself and the COD community, but I'm gonna be telling you guys a story about when little Cinzy got into some big trouble. This was when I was about 8 or 9 years old. It was me and my two siblings. We were already in a little bit of trouble. We were just, bored and misbehaving and got told, the classic, go to your room, right? And so parents didn't want to deal with us. Parents didn't want to deal with us at the time because we were just being naughty little kids. And so, as little kids do, when you're in trouble and told to go to your room, you get bored, so you get creative. Well, in this particular instance, my siblings, they had these, I don't know if you guys remember them or if you were around for these, but they had these little capsules that... They had these little capsules that, if you put them in water, they turn into these little foam animals or shapes or what have you. The only one that I remember, one of them was a bumblebee. This particular foam bumblebee my brother was playing with, and we had these party bead necklaces. I don't remember what they were for or what they were from, but we had party bead necklaces that were broken. And they would tie these party beads to like action figures and these little foam toys so they could be like puppet masters and play with them, right? Just creative kid stuff. So they're playing with these toys, my brother and my sister. They're in my room, and I'm playing with my Game Boy, playing, I believe it was like Pokemon Silver or something on the Game Boy Color. They're playing with these little toys, and I got the bright idea. Let me troll my siblings, as older brothers do. And, I told them, hey, it would be really cool to see these things fly outside. Mind you, we're in an apartment building that is, our room is on the second floor, so we're 2 stories up. And the screen had these little things that you could push in to pull, like open it to where there's like nothing there between you and the outside. I decided that I was going to go ahead and open this screen. And I was like, hey, dangle them out there. Like, it'd be like the bumblebees really flying. And so my brother did, and they thought it was the coolest thing ever. We're doing something we're not supposed to be doing, and, there's no way we get caught doing this, right? Well, me being the troll that I am, I told him, okay, I'm going to close the screen on the beads, so that way the bee can hang out the window, and you don't have to touch it, it'll just hang out there. My siblings were gullible, and I knew they were going to fall for it, and I didn't think 2 steps ahead. I didn't think 3 steps ahead. I was thinking in the moment, because I thought it was hilarious. So my brother lets go of the beads, my sister lets go of the beads, and their foam animals and bugs are hanging out the window now. They took their hands off, and so what did I do? I went up to the screen, and I pulled up on the screen, and their beads and their toys fell out the window into the backyard on the back porch. Well, this is where I regretted what I did, because I then realized that I needed to find a way to retrieve them, because my mom would often go out on the back porch and hang out on the back porch and, whatever. And so I knew that eventually, get spit on, kid. I knew that eventually she would see them, and she would wonder how they got outside. And my mom's smart enough to put 2 and 2 together, so I knew that she would eventually catch on to the fact that we threw them out the window. Well, they didn't throw them out the window. I threw them out the window, and my siblings are the kind of siblings that would have 100% thrown me under the bus and tattle on me. So what did I do? I learned in fire safety in school that if there's a fire and you can't get down to the bottom floor, that you can tie bed sheets and shirts and all sorts of things. You can tie them together, tie them to a bedpost or something, and climb out the window. I decided to test that theory in real life. So yeah, I went ahead and I took the sheet off my bed. I grabbed a bunch of long sleeve shirts. I tied all the sleeves of the shirts together. I tied those to the bed sheet, and then I tied the bed sheet to the bunk bed that my brother and I shared. Then I decided that I was going to climb out the window. And yeah, so I decided that I was going to jump out. Whoa, let me bring this back. I decided I was going to climb out the window and to retrieve these beads and the toys and climb back up to safety, and I was never gonna get caught. That was the plan. So here I go, you know, about ready to climb out the window. I get one leg out, and then I look down and I realize, oh, I'm pretty high up. I don't want to actually do this. And you know, my bed sheet and my shirts and everything are hanging out the window all the way down to the ground, and with some to spare, mind you. So first try, we got the length of the rope right, and I tugged on it before throwing it out, made sure everything was secure, make sure it wasn't gonna fall apart on me while I'm climbing out. I was smart for 8 or 9 years old, dude. So I get one leg out the window and I have second thoughts. Jeez, golly, dude. Anyway, I start having some second thoughts and pull myself back in, and yeah, I sit there for a few minutes. My siblings are super upset. They're mad at me. They're like, we're gonna be in so much trouble. My sister's crying, and so I had to hype myself up to make it right. And so that's what I did. I hyped myself up, and I got one foot out the window, and I got the other one out, and I laid down on my belly, and I grabbed a hold of the bedsheet shirt combo rope that I made, and started descending. And it went pretty good. I got all the way down to the ground, no problem. I was also, you know, a kid that loved to climb, so you know, I had the upper body strength for it. I got safely down 2 stories to the ground. And this is where the story starts to fall apart. I decided that I was going to try to climb back up. I had retrieved the beads, and what I didn't realize was, or what I didn't think of, what I didn't think about was that the rope was right in front of the back door. Little Cinzy had COD timing in real life, because just so happens that right behind the back door, as you walk in the back door, straight in front of that is a bathroom door, the downstairs bathroom. Now this bathroom, my mom just happened to be using at the time. As she's getting out of the bathroom, she sees my shadow through the blinds of, oh golly, she sees my shadow through the blinds at the back door. And so she's like, what is out there? Who is outside my apartment right now? Just me, just little old me, just hanging around as I'm trying to climb back up. So she's like, what is going on? Someone's trying to break into my place. Like, she didn't know what was going on. I'm trying to ascend up 2 stories back into my bedroom. Well, I heard the door handle jiggle, and I got absolutely terrified. I jumped down from, I would say 4 or 5 feet from me climbing back up, and I took off running, full sprint, and my mom opens the door, and she screams my full government name paired with, "Get your ass back here right now!" I did. I had turned around, I was defeated, I had lost. So you might be wondering, Sid, what were you thinking trying to run away? Well, my thought process was that if I could get away without her seeing who it was, I could, ooh, golly, I could sneak around to the front door of the house while she's at the back door, and run back upstairs and not get caught. It was an awful plan. It was never going to work, but I tried. I tried my absolute hardest. And for the foreseeable future, little Cincy was big grounded for a long, long time. I was not allowed to do anything. I was not allowed to go anywhere. I was in my room, got my Game Boy taken away, my toys taken away. I was no longer allowed to do anything. My life was over. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think I was ever truly, like, ungrounded. I think I might still be grounded to this day. I think I just kind of integrated myself back into the real world after, like, a couple of months, and my parents just accepted it, you know, or they forgot that I was grounded, and I eventually was just like, yeah, I mean, I've never been told I'm ungrounded, and I wasn't given, like, a time frame how long I was grounded. GG. All I know is that I'm grounded. So I might still be grounded. I don't know. And let me know your guys' thoughts on little Cincy getting in trouble down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please smash that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing if you want to see more in the future, and turn on that notification bell if you want to be notified when I upload. Anyway, this has been your boy Sin back at it again, bringing a face, name, and a beast of the game, and I will see you beautiful people in the next video.